To the naked eye, the ocean looks like a chaotic war zone. Big eats small, strong eats weak. But look closer. It is not a war. It is a machine. It is a living circuit where energy moves like electricity through a wire. Every creature is a component, connected by chemistry, movement, and timing. From the microscopic spark that starts the engine to the giants that keep it from overheating. But right now, we are going to dismantle this machine to see how it actually runs. If you think the rulers of the ocean are sharks or whales, you are looking at the wrong scale. The true rulers are invisible. Plankton sit at the very entrance of the global food system. Most life in the sea depends on energy that begins with these microscopic solar panels floating in sunlit water. They capture sunlight and convert it into living matter, switching on the food web like a massive light switch. But their power goes beyond the water. As they grow, they pull carbon from the atmosphere. When they die, that carbon sinks, regulating the Earth's climate over centuries. And then there is oxygen. Take a breath. That likely came from a tree. Take another. That one came from the ocean. If plankton dies, the Earth's lungs collapse. If plankton is the fuel, the system still needs a regulator. Sharks do not just eat, they govern. Scientific logic calls this the landscape of fear. When sharks are present, prey species are terrified. They move constantly. They graze carefully. This prevents them from stripping seagrass beds or destroying coral reefs by overeating. But when you remove the shark, the fear vanishes. The prey explodes in number. The habitat is destroyed, and the system collapses into chaos. Sharks are not monsters. They are the immune system of the ocean. But the ocean has a strange rule. Being a giant doesn't mean you hunt big prey. The largest animals in history, whales, survive by eating the smallest creatures in the sea. This is a matter of pure efficiency. For a whale, chasing individual fish is a waste of energy. Instead, they target krill swarms so dense they act like living clouds. By filtering thousands of liters at once, they turn volume into energy. It is not hunting, it is harvesting. And whales don't just take energy, they move it. Their waste fertilizes surface waters, and their migrations transport nutrients across the planet. They prove that size isn't about aggression, it is about engineering. But food in the ocean is not static. It moves, and so life must chase it. This is why animals migrate thousands of kilometers. It is a biological trade, burn energy to buy survival. A whale may feed in the Arctic where productivity is high, then move to the tropics to breed in safety. But how do they navigate in a world without landmarks? They don't use eyes, they use physics. Some read the Earth's magnetic field like a built-in map. Others follow temperature gradients like a highway. Migration stitches the ocean together. It turns isolated ecosystems into one global network. Not everything can move. Some of the richest empires on Earth are trapped in stone. Coral reefs. They look like rocks, but they function like solar farms. Inside the coral tissue live tiny algae that turn sunlight into sugar. The coral builds the house. The algae pays the rent with energy. This is why reefs only exist in clear, shallow water. They are powered by light. But this partnership is fragile. If the water gets too hot, the coral expels the algae. The power plant shuts down. The reef turns white. We call this bleaching. It is not cosmetic. it is starvation. Where the land meets the sea, we find the ocean's kitchen. Estuaries are rich not by accident, but by turbulence. Rivers bring nutrients from the land. Tides stir the water from the sea. This mixing creates a nutrient trap, a swirling vortex of food. This makes estuaries the perfect nursery. Most fish you see in the open ocean started their lives here, hiding in the murky, nutrient-rich water before they were strong enough to face the deep. Now, the system jumps above the surface. For a seabird, the ocean presents a difficult physics problem: refraction. Light bends when it hits water. The fish is never where it appears to be. If a bird aims at what it sees, it will miss every time. So, they have evolved brains that calculate refraction angles in milliseconds. They don't just dive, they solve a mathematical equation while falling at high speed. Success in the ocean does not always require intelligence. Look at the jellyfish. It has no central computer, no brain, no plan. It runs entirely on reflexes. A decentralized nerve net allows it to react instantly without thinking. This is not stupidity. It is economy. By not having a brain, they consume almost no energy. They can survive in dead zones where others starve. They prove that you don't need to be smart to conquer the planet. You just need to be efficient. We call reefs the rainforests of the sea for a reason. They cover less than 1% of the ocean floor, but hold 25% of all marine life. The secret is structure. Open water is empty space. A reef is a skyscraper. Caves, ledges, and crevices create thousands of hiding spots, allowing species to stack on top of each other. Life builds the environment for more life. But this density comes with a cost. When the structure collapses, biodiversity collapses with it. The ocean is a network, and highly connected networks are fragile, because every link relies on the others. Temperature, oxygen, and acidity must operate within a narrow margin. If you heat the water, the coral starves. If the coral dies, the nursery collapses. If the nursery is gone, the predators have no food. Harm does not stay in one place. It travels through the circuit. From the brainless jelly to the calculating seabird, every strategy is a different solution to the same problem: how to survive inside a system. The ocean is not sustained by power or size. It survives through flow. Energy enters through plankton, moves through food webs, and is balanced by predators. But right now, the engine is starting to make a strange noise. And protecting marine life means protecting the connections that keep the machine running.